Hi, everyone. Dan Yessian here now with Kurt Schreitmueller. Hi, Kurt.
How's it going,
We've known each other now for 30 years. You've been in and out of our studios doing music for everything from commercial music to theme park to whatever. You're playing classically, you're playing jazz, you're playing pop, you're playing country, you're playing every kind of music.
The human jukebox.
Here's a nickel. So then, we meet somehow. You want to tell us how we met?
Let me think. So, just to preface, before meeting you, they came out with the technology to do multi-track recording in 1980. They had this little 4-track cassette player called a Fostex X15. I used to just create tracks just to do it. And unbeknownst to me, I didn't know years later, I would, meet you, and eventually we'd start to get into the world of commercials, which would involve multi-tracks and samples and what have you, but I would always try and put tracks together. I just like to do it. I always loved the recording process. I like the creative part of it, so it's what I would do by day.
About that technology, though, you mentioned samples. In the old days, we used to say synthesized music. These days, we say the use of samples. Mm-hmm. So for those who are not knowledgeable, maybe you could talk to us about samples.
Well, anything, if you had a clarinet, a violin, guitar, you could have a sample. Well, the sample is really a moment in time. If you have a guitar player play a guitar, he's not going to just play one string one way. It's going to be multi-samples, right, because music changes as you play an instrument, whereas a sample would be a moment in time. It would get the idea across, but it would sound robotic. It wouldn't have any emotion to it.
What do you think about all that? What's your
Real is
approach?
better, all day long.
Yeah, but we don't always have that luxury to use real instruments, and why don't you tell everybody why?
Well, it's a time factor. We live in a society where we want everything yesterday. Music's no exception. So if you're going to hire a bass player, a drummer, or a guitar player, write an arrangement, have charts, have the guys come in, get a good drum sound, and everything, it just takes a lot of time. Versus if you can mock that up via samples, get the same point across, you save time.
This lovely lady has a typical airline credit card, so she only earns double miles on purchases she makes from that airline. Would you earn double miles on, please?
Let's take, for example, this spot that you did for Capital One Mortgage, wherein Jennifer Garner is talking about the virtues of Capital One. So what were you hearing, and why did you go in the direction that you went in?
Pizzicato violins, which are samples in this case, are light. They don't overtake Jennifer's conversation with the client who is actually touching the touch screen. So it stays in the background, but yet it gives it some forward energy. So, meaning that it just moves the spot along, so it's not sitting there and it keeps your attention.
There are over 47 million Ford vehicles out here. That has everything to do with the people in here. Their training is developed by the same company who designed, engineered, and built the cars. They've got the parts, tools, and know-how to help keep your Ford running strong.
In this music, it's more forceful, it's more energetic, and why did you go in that particular direction with this spot?
Well, Dwayne Johnson is really a larger-than-life character. That music it's triumphant. It's celebratory, it's forward-thinking, and it gives an energy. I mean, you've got The Rock on the film, and you're taking a look at him. He's an awesome character. The music has to be awesome.
Well, Kurt, thank you, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us on this day, and
glad to be here.
We were so happy that you could make it, and look forward to more productions from you as the years go on.
Thank you.
See you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoy our content, please comment, like, subscribe, whatever. I'd love to hear from you. Check out danyessian.com for all the latest content and information. Ciao for now.